What if I told you that God is calling you right now, and you might not even realize it? There are clear signs that God is trying to speak to you, but most people ignore them, either because they're distracted, or because they think they're just coincidences. But what if I told you that nothing in life happens by chance? If you've ever felt that something is different, that there's a restlessness inside you, or that God is trying to show you something, then this video is for you. Because today I'm going to reveal signs that might indicate that God is calling you to something bigger. And if you want to better understand what He is trying to tell you, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel, because here we talk about what really matters for your faith. Now pay attention, because the first sign might be happening in your life right now. Have you ever felt a restlessness inside you, like something's not quite right even when everything seems to be in its place? A feeling that something is missing, but you don't know exactly what? Often, this unease isn't an outside problem but an inner calling. God might be showing you that you're not where you're supposed to be, that there's something bigger waiting for you, but you need to take the first step. In the Bible, in the book of Jeremiah, God says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." That restlessness might just be God trying to guide you towards His plans, towards what He wants to do in your life. But for that, you need to stop and listen. And action. If this sign means something to you, don't ignore it. God is calling you to something bigger. And with the next sign, you'll understand that He might be talking to you in ways you can't even imagine. Have you ever noticed certain messages appearing repeatedly? A verse that pops up several times, advice you hear from different people, a sermon that touches exactly what you're going through? This isn't a coincidence. God speaks in many ways, and one of the most common is through little signs in our everyday lives. In the Bible, we see a clear example of this with Samuel. God calls Samuel several times during the night, but he doesn't understand right away. Only after Eli, his mentor, guides him, Samuel answers, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." How many times has God tried to talk to you, but you didn't notice? If certain words, verses, or events keep happening in your life, pay attention. God might be trying to tell you something. He wants you to stop, think, and listen. At the next sign, you'll understand how this calling can come with a heavy heart, a longing for something more. Stick with me, because this could change your life. Do you feel like there's something inside you that needs to be done? A deep desire to change something in your life, to help more people, to seek God more? This feeling might be a calling. Many times, God puts a feeling in our hearts to guide us towards the mission He has for us. It's not a bad feeling, but a sense that you were made for something bigger. Isaiah shows us a clear example of this. The prophet Isaiah hears the voice of God asking, "Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?" And Isaiah's answer is simple and powerful. "Here I am, send me." Maybe God is asking the same thing of you. Maybe He's calling you to take action, to step outside your comfort zone, to live your faith more deeply. If you feel this in your heart, don't ignore it. Ask God, "Lord, what do you want from me?" And be open to hearing the answer. In the next sign, you'll realize that often this calling comes from a feeling that everyone tries to fill, but only God can satisfy. Have you ever looked at your life and felt that, even having everything you need, something is still missing? Like there's an emptiness inside you that nothing can fill? This feeling might be God calling you closer to Him, because our hearts were made for God and nothing in this world can take His place. Jesus taught us something really important in Matthew. He said, "Seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." This means that while you try to fill that emptiness with temporary things, money, status, relationships, nothing will be enough. But when you put God first, He Himself fills that space. If you feel this lack of purpose, this constant emptiness, maybe it's time to stop and ask, God, what's missing? What do you want from me, Lord?
Check, check. Check one, check two, check, check.
And in the next point, I'm going to show you exactly what to do if you've noticed these signs happening in your life, because God might be calling you right this very second. If while watching this video you recognized one or more of these signs in your life, know that this isn't a coincidence. God is calling you. The question is, will you answer this call or continue to ignore it? The first thing you need to do is stop and listen. Take some time to get away from the noise of everyday life and pray. Ask God, Lord, what do you want from me? And be open to hearing the answer. Next, seek to deepen your faith. Read the Bible, strengthen your prayer life, and be close to people who can help you on this journey. God doesn't call us to be alone, but to walk together in faith. And finally, have courage. Answering God's call isn't always easy, but it's the best decision you can make, because He has a perfect plan for your life, and all you need to do is trust and take the first step. If this video spoke to you, leave a comment below telling us which of these signs you've already noticed in your life. Let's talk about it. And also, share this video with someone who needs to hear this message today. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it now to keep receiving content that will help you on your faith journey. God bless you and see you in the next video. Do you want to understand the prophecies shaping the future of the world? In the ebook Catholic Prophecies, The Future of the World Revealed, you'll uncover powerful messages from the Bible, saints, and Marian apparitions. Most importantly, you'll see how they connect to the times we are living in. Don't be left in the dark. Get your copy now. The link is in the description and pinned comment.